Capricorn. Thanks so much for allowing me into your space for a bit of your time today. I really appreciate that. My name is Dawn of Embracing Dawn. This is a new moon reading for the new moon energy of July 20, 2020, which is coming up in just a couple of days. So we are in that manifestation portal, and I wanted to share a reading with you. If you want to make it an interactive reading, grab a pen and a piece of paper, and just as you see the images come up and you hear the messages come through, if there's anything that is a glimmer to you that catches you, just write it down. It doesn't matter how ridiculous it seems, and that might help to give you a list of things that may spark some intentions that you want to set for this cycle in this new moon energy. So I'm going to draw some tarot to begin, and then we're going to move to Oracle to support the initial cards that come up. Okay, so we're starting, Capricorn, with the Asvedra. Retreat and find the true unconditional love inside. The answer lies within. The Hermit. So this is all about going inside, reflecting. It is about it's about spending time and gaining wisdom. It's time to connect back in on some level. There's something that's not vibing right, that's not working right, possibly energetically or on a spiritual level. Okay, so the next one is Salt. Strength and karmic power, balance and self-control, confidence of the equilibrium between spirit and matter, the Strength card. So there's maybe a little bit of balancing to be done with some karma here, and it's speaking about balance and self-control. So perhaps something has lost its balance, or you feel like things are a little bit out of control, and so you've already withdrawn and you're in this hermit mode, and maybe this week coming forward, in this cycle coming forward, it's all about getting out of that hermit mode. But we do need to retreat when it's important for us to regroup, to assess, to meditate, to reflect, to open ourselves up better energetically. It is important to do that in quiet and stillness. So then we have Sea Turtle, Page of Cups. Water, laughter, humor heals. Avoid shyness, accept compliments when due. Emotional struggles teach unconditional love. Okay, so it looks like you need to, So it looks like you need to get yourself out there just a little bit, breaking out. So you're going to be breaking out of this hermit mode, and you're going to be having a little bit of fun. So the way it's starting to roll along is it feels like you've been stuck in this imbalance, just sorting out some things, and you've put yourself in that space of, the hermit here. And then it's requiring, I have an itch. It's requiring a little bit of your internal strength. You've got to find balance. You've been out of balance. And the suggestion here is to, maybe just to reach out and to get away, to get out, to do something that's different, and allow yourself to play a little bit, and allow yourself to just breathe and not worry so much about some things, and to be open to receiving, this thing about compliments. Be open to receiving compliments. Be open to hearing about the good things that you're doing, and that that you're accomplished, that you're accomplishing. It's really important, to receive with grace is just as important as being able to give compliments, And then we have the Pine Tree, the Chariot. Chariot's all about movement. Seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Answers found after overcoming a test. Courage, travel, and discovery. So look at that. All right, spiritual struggle. So this is definitely, Capricorn, definitely an internal battle, so to speak. It's not really a battle, but this is internal for you in this cycle, and it is going to require you to do some things in the material world, in the physical world, in order to move through this energy. But you are moving through this energy, because this card right here is saying there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and you're going to be put through a little bit. you know, in order to get to that space. So maybe it is that you've been in a situation where you're in partnership or with your family, with a work member where you have been compromising too much. You've been taking a heavy load. Perhaps you feel like you haven't been heard, and that has caused you to create this hermit energy where you just need to, where you just need to shell in. That one wants out. You just needed to shell yourself in and try and sort that out for yourself, is perhaps where this has started. And it's time for you, through this new moon energy, to manifest opening up and breaking out of that. You have the power. This is all about you as a co-creator. You have the power. Things never happen to us. You know, people treat us the way we treat ourselves and the way that we allow people to treat us. And, you know, when we're silent, if something's happening where you're sort of being pushed around, it's not really a Capricorn thing to be pushed around, but it's possible, you know, and if that's happening where you're just emotionally sort of being, feeling overwhelmed, then you have the power to not accept that. You have the power to speak to those, you know, and just realize that that unconditional love that the cards are also speaking to, Capricorn, is unconditional love for yourself and doing what's right for you. Because if you do what's right for you, then you're ultimately doing what's right and best for everyone around you. That's just how the universe works. When we clear our stuff up, it clears things up for those that are closest to us and up and down our energetic line. So let's pull, a couple of these crystal cards here to support the initial. Okay. So here under the Hermit energy, where you've got to retreat and find your answers inside. You're sitting in that space right now, I believe, Capricorn. And Labradorites see the magic. So get connected and see that magic. The answers are there, and you are magic. And don't let anybody tell you that you're not. You know, somehow there's something going on that's really sort of constricted you and restricted you, and you're feeling like you can't burst out of that. And that's the Hermit. You've gone in and you've got to reconnect. So see the magic in that. It's a beautiful thing to be able to connect in with spirit and get those messages and get that support and know what your direction is, and know that you are perfect exactly the way that you are in exactly this moment. That's super important to remember. And then under Strength and Karmic Power, the Strength card, confidence of the equilibrium between spirit and matter. So that's the physical world and the spiritual world. So again, you're coming out here and you're going to be demonstrating some strength. And interesting, this card is in the turned around position, which means pay special attention to this. And it's turquoise, prioritizing your health. So either your spiritual health, emotional health, physical health, overall. I'm not a medical professional, so I'm not suggesting that there's anything wrong with anybody, you know. So the cards are suggesting that you pay attention to your health. So maybe start a new routine in terms of, you know, exercise, or when you wake up and when you go to sleep, sort of your rhythms in each day, your sense of how much responsibility are you taking on, because you've felt some pressure here, you've had to retreat over something. So are you taking on too much responsibility, Capricorn? And is this just generally affecting you overall? It's time to take control of that and prioritize your health and yourself, and put yourself first. So under the water, where laughter and humor heal, accept compliments when due, and emotional struggles teaching us that unconditional love, this emotional struggle here. This card is also in the same position. Remember your worth. So there's definitely, it's internal this month is all I'm getting is Capricorn. There's definitely a situation, there's someone in your life, or there's something happening in your life overall that has really got you into this place of stuckness where you've had to withdraw and you're feeling worn out. You know, you're feeling tired, and you've got to build up your strength again and realize just what kind of magic you are. and remember your worth, you know, because you've got that. And just understand the lessons, you know, are teaching unconditional love. And to me, it feels like unconditional love for self. So try not to be so hard on yourself and try to lighten up a little bit. You know, if you need to get away for a little bit, whether that's with loved ones or on your own, but go to a different physical space for a little bit and just take yourself away from things for a little while. Because it feels like you need that. It sounds like as the message is rolling through for this lunar cycle that's going to be important for you. And then we have Agate getting back into balance. And that is with this light at the end of the tunnel. And answers are found after overcoming a test of some kind. So it could be that you're going through a little mini dark night of the soul situation where you're feeling very stripped bare, Capricorn, and you're sort of, there's nothing more to give. You're kind of tapped out. And Spirit is saying, let's get connected here. Let's come back together because we've been disconnected. We're not fully together. And you know, you've got all of this loving support that comes to you in the form of your guides, your angels, your totems, the universal energies just in general. You have all this unseen support that is fully available within you at any time. You just have to ask for it and you have to tap into it and be open to it because you're going through a bit of a test here, which, you know, it suggests you're going to need your strength for this. And that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You're going to move through this, but more than once we've seen this unconditional love and coming back into balance. So something, Capricorn, to do with you is out of balance where you're not giving yourself enough self-love, perhaps. You're not acknowledging your worth. You're maybe beating yourself down. And universe is saying, you know what? Like, let's learn from this and we can put our foot down at any time and say, no, we're not doing this. Okay, it's time to shift, it's time to change. So I think that this lunar cycle for you may be all around, let's shift the perspective. Let's realize our unconditional love for ourselves. And if you have to fake it till you make it, then fake it till you make it. Listen to affirmations, you know, put Post-its on the mirror, just write a list and check everything off as you go, just so you're feeling accomplished. But it's time for you to focus on you, and it's time for you to do a little bit of healing. And here's the thing, you know, if you don't do it, then what happens is the universe just brings you another example. You know, so if you ignore the signs and you ignore the journey, the pieces of the journey that are being opened up to you and shown to you, then that door closes for sure, but then pretty soon the universe will just open up another one and say, well, you didn't quite get this message, so we're going to bring you a new message to remind you of how important you are and what you need to do in order to get your things back in balance, get your soul, your spirit, your mind, your body, your emotions, your aura, all the things back into harmony again, putting yourself first. Really putting yourself first, because you're being, this really feels like a test for you right now. Like it's a sort of a, not do or die, but you know, it's important. Whatever this is, it feels like it's important. So under the Hermit card with seeing the magic in that connection to your unconditional love source, your success is now at hand. Allow the abundance to flow to you effortlessly with the Osprey. So, you know, you've got abundance sitting here. Things are possible. It's absolutely possible that this light at the end of the tunnel, this thing that's opening up, that is one you're wanting to open up or working towards, whatever's got you in this state, you know, you just absolutely have to look at understanding that you are an abundant being, but right now you're a little bit focused on that, you know, that lower vibration energy, and you need to bring yourself up out of that lower vibration energy and just baby steps, you know, step by step. But you've got to recognize that you are an abundant being and you can manifest anything you want. You really do have that power. So now coming here with prioritizing your health with the Strength card, we have the Wren. Be bold and confident. Use all your resources to create your dreams. Okay, so don't rely on just yourself. is the message I'm getting from that. You need to delegate, you need to rely on others, and you need to make sure that others make commitment to you. So maybe it's time to really set some boundaries. Have some strength, Capricorn, and set some boundaries. Be very clear about what it is that you're willing to do and what you're happy to do and how you can support the situation, the people, the endeavor, whatever this is really about, you know. But set some hard lines down, set some boundaries, because that doesn't just help you, it helps everyone else. You know, I've been guilty myself on occasion now and again of, you know, being that enabler, of thinking that I'm helping someone. Oh, it's just better if I do it myself, or, you know what, it's going to be too hard for them, so I'll do it for them. And what I really did is I took away that person's opportunity to learn. I took away that person's opportunity to grow because I decided that, you know, I was just going to do that. And it really wasn't my place to do that. So it's really important that we recognize what's ours, what's not ours, and to keep those boundaries really clear. And that can be hard, especially with people that we are very, very close to, because the boundaries can get, you know, more mixed in. But it's, in this case, it's really important, Capricorn, that you do that. And under remembering your worth, along with the Page of Cups, laughter and humor and being able to accept compliments, we've got Raven. The universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. And Raven is super strong energy, you know. So you need to look for the sights and the sounds around you for all of those things. Repeating numbers, repeating images, repeating animals that come in front of you that perhaps you don't normally see, or maybe you do, but you're seeing them like all the time. A certain color can relate to a chakra that's out of balance. Certain words and songs that maybe are triggers for you, you know, but pay attention to that. There is a way through this, and the universe wants you to know that it's there and you're getting signs all around you. You just really, Capricorn, you have to open up to that. You have to be ready to hear it. And the suggestion is, now's the time that you really have to hear that. And then you've got your light at the end of the tunnel. Once you're back into balance here, smile, you will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery, Meadowlark. So I think perhaps you already are preparing yourself for that. You know, you're in this hermit mode, you're gonna come out, you're gonna need some strength to move through this, and a little bit of balance with the lightness and being able to receive positive energy from others and compliments from others. Don't close yourself off that way. Clearly set your boundaries, and you know, there's this beautiful inside journey that could be starting. So you could be elevating in terms of your vibration and your frequency. You could be going through what's called an upgrade, where you're ready to take yourself and your spiritual journey and you as a co-creator to the next level, which is a beautiful thing. You know, the work can sometimes be hard, the emotional work can sometimes be hard to do, but it's always worth it. And I say that every time because I firmly believe it. It is always worth it. The more that we can lift out and release things that no longer serve us, the more light energy we have to manifest and bring forward all the beautiful things that we all deserve, because we do. We just do, right? So let's pull a couple of cards out, and they will round out this reading. Okay, so we have financial discipline and communication. So for me, this communication for you, Capricorn, starts out as internal. There's internal communication that has to happen between you and your source, you and spirit, through meditation, through guidance, through stillness, just daydreaming, taking a walk in nature, being by yourself for a while, somewhere where it's calm and beautiful for you. That communication needs to happen first. And then once you come to a better place that way, you're going to be ready to move forward and communicate with others. And you know, create some boundaries, create some new parameters for yourself, and have the strength to do that, because there's a light at the end of that tunnel. It's really important that you do that so that everyone is in a better space, not just you, but you need to put yourself first, put your health first, make yourself a priority. And then financial discipline is just, you know what, take a look at your finances and make sure what you can afford. Maybe this situation is connected with someone in terms of money that's been invested, or a business endeavor where you have a big investment in it and there's some imbalance in how you feel it needs to move forward, you know, and that could affect your finances. So you want to make sure you communicate, and you want to communicate about your finances. So whoever is involved with that with you, if it's just you, then communicate with yourself, you know, get a real clear picture of where you're at. And if it's not just you, then communicate with your partner or the other people involved, so that you are all on the same page and you're in the same direction. Because, you know, if you're in partnership with someone, you're on the same team, right? And you should, not that you should, but, you know, it's when you're on the same team, you're working together, you have the same common goals. It's really important to keep that in mind and work towards being each other's champion, rather than isolating each other and not communicating. That just takes it farther apart. You know, in any situation, it doesn't even matter what that is. And there's your card. Okay. So we have a high fractal energy card to end the reading today. And these are beautiful. You can, this is number 33. And that looks like the lion, perhaps. And that's a master number, 33. It's beautiful. And let's read what that is. I always read them straight because they're just super clear. So 33, the lion guide. Lion is here to help you awaken to the sleeping lion that's within you, that strength. Your inner lion is powerful, resourceful, and mighty, Capricorn. You really do hold the strength and the courage to do whatever needs to be done, and it's time to let the world hear you roar. Lion guide is here to help you realize you do rule your inner and outer worlds, inner and outer again, right? And to energetically claim your throne as the rightful ruler of your own kingdom. Set your boundaries. Once you do, you will step into your role as leader with ease. And that's that light at the end of the tunnel, right? So, you know, it's interesting. We went through all the cards and then we pulled this energy card, and it just reinforces all the things that we've talked about. So Capricorn, this is your new moon reading for July 20, 2020. Thank you again so much. And, you know, please like and subscribe if you got anything good out of this that you appreciate and you think that someone else could enjoy. Please, by all means, like and subscribe for me so that I can build my following and I can reach out and share to with more people. Okay, so remember, live big, shine bright. Until next time.